Good morning. It is day 45 on the PCT, and today is the LA Aqueduct walk, and it is long and flat and boring and super hot, so something for y'all to look forward to. I'll try to find a few things along the way to film, but can't promise much. Let's go see what we can see. Look at the sunrise over the aqueduct. I don't think the video quite captures how pretty the sunrise is over the aqueduct. So this is the last of the open air aqueduct, and the rest of it we'll be walking today is in a pipe. So no access to all that wonderful water. Of course, I have to do the obligatory walking along the top of the pipe video. It's almost a rite of passage for a PCT hiker, but yeah, the road is a lot more comfortable to walk on. Last time I did this, I left Hikertown with a full load of water. This time I noticed that there was a icon for this water faucet like 3.3 miles up, so all I started with was my coffee. I'm very glad to see this. That saved me quite a bit of weight off my back for those miles, and I can probably carry a little less leaving here. Also, nice little benches to sit on, and a logbook and a trash can. Very cool spot. Gotta appreciate the people that do this kind of stuff. Can you hear the water rushing down there? Apparently back in the day these caps weren't on here, and you could actually just dip water out as you went. It is time for a quick snack break. It is pretty hot out here already, so you really got to take advantage of every little scrap of shade you can. One good thing about doing this a second time is I remember every little sliver of shade, and I took me a nice long break on this corner of the bridge shade. There are some nice Joshua trees along the road here. I do remember that, as well as there being one really cool break spot tucked into a Joshua tree right along the road. There is that Joshua tree break spot that I was talking about. So I don't really feel like I need a break, but I'm going to take a little short one and just get some water transferred around. Alrighty, I made it to the edge of the wind farm. I wish somebody would turn these fans on though, because it is hot and I could use the breeze. It's very kind of Department of Water and Power to provide this faucet for us. It's 17.5 miles from Hikertown. Next water source is like 7 miles up or so, but I'm not going to go that far today, so I went ahead and loaded up with 5 liters for camping tonight. Last time I came through here, this stream was still flowing, and there was a water cache under that silver thing there. Apparently somebody's been vandalizing. Apparently somebody's been vandalizing that cache, so the guy who maintains it has basically hidden it and said, if you need it, message me on Facebook and I'll tell you where it is. I guess a bunch of the hikers who hiked out last night, they hiked like 10 miles last night, and then they got up this morning and they did 7 more to the bridge there at the water source. And now they're just napping under the bridge until it gets cooler. And then this evening, they'll do like the last 7 miles to the water source, you know. A decent plan. Windmills make great break spots just for the shade thrown by the towers. And we're gonna do a little lunch here. And I got taco style tuna. Hey, look at that. Actual trail to walk on, not just road. Unfortunately, it's like 1,200 feet uphill to my campsite, but only like 4.2 miles, so. Well, this is as far as I'm going for today. It's 22 miles back to Hikertown. This is where I camped last time I did this. And I'm just going to wait until the sun gets a little lower before I try to set up my tent. Last time I did that, I set it up in the shade, and then the shade moved. So I learned my lesson that time. Well, it is super windy here at my chosen spot, which means I chose badly. But the next reasonably well-protected spot was 7 miles up, and there's no way I was going to do 29 miles. So I'm just going to have to hope the old tent holds up. It's just kind of a long, hot day. Looking at my face, it looks like somehow I got sunburnt, even though I was under the umbrella all day. Well, but that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all.